Hey, Sean here from SpeedCubeReview.com. The background looks a little bit different. It's one, because this is a SpeedCubeShop unboxing, but also I'm preparing for my live stream. And it's probably gonna... I don't know if this video is going to be out before or after the next live stream, but every Sunday all throughout December at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, I will be doing a live stream where I do some roux averages. This is the DaYan GuHong version 4. So the version 2 was the one that came out as a 54mm puzzle. A little basic design, but worked really well. Something that worked really nicely to add extra magnets to. I have one where I did center magnets and one where I did extra edge corner magnets. And this is some Comet Lube, the new lubrication from SpeedCubeShop. So we're going to look at both of these today. And we'll start with the GuHong and see if it needs to be sped up, because a Comet Lube is good for that. So we have the puzzle. Let's see what's in this nice box here. Now, this box is quite nice looking. I love that sort of gold look with the blue. Okay, so we have a screwdriver, a bag. Ooh, this is a really, really nice bag. That gray and blue feels quite classic, but it feels thicker than a lot of other bags, but it might just be me not using one for a while. And a pamphlet that tells you how to solve the puzzle. Okay, the big thing I've heard about this is the light turning, or the light weight of it. Wow, that silver sticker kind of blends in when it's in the light. And it does feel extremely light. So compared to something like the GaN 11M Pro, it's very similar, if not, I mean, it might even be lighter than it. As far as the feel of it, it's very blocky and squared off. These edges are quite sharp compared to some other puzzles that are out. The design itself does remind me a lot of the version 3, a little more basic centerpiece. I think if anything, this corner stock right there just has a little more groove to it to add possibly stability. So unlike the DaYan version, the TengYun version 2, this doesn't have adjustable magnets. What about the center? The center is just a basic screw as well, so does not have any special tensioning system where you can do the elasticity. So the puzzle you get is basically what you're going to get with how tight it feels magnet-wise and elasticity. It's quite light turning, but not too fast at all. I'm going to tighten the tensions. It's a bit loose for my liking, but as far as like turning out of the box, a lot of puzzles nowadays tend to be too fast. You can see that with even top professionals slowing their puzzles down. Come on, tighten these tensions. And we'll just start with white. I'm just going to do half a turn. Screws are very tight right now, which is good. We want that. That means it's not going to unscrew on its own. Still could be a little bit tighter. What I often check for is that corner piece, if I can see sort of the edge of it, and I still can. I can see a little bit there. So I'm going to tighten it just a little bit more, maybe another quarter turn. Caps fit on very tightly, which is always nice to see. And this is from the box, and there is lubrication on it. So if you're getting it out of the box, there should be lubrication on this puzzle. Turns quite well. Whoop, there we go. One of my favorite CMLL algorithms. Man, that's so hard to look ahead when you do the half centers? No, not half centers. Off centers? If you know roux, what's that called? When you're doing like EOLR and doing where it's off by 90 degrees instead of misoriented centers. Maybe that's it. Okay, maybe I'll do a CFOP solve. Turn a little bit faster than what I can do with a roux. Oh. Yeah, I still kind of want a little bit tighter tensions. It still feels really, really wobbly. Not really wobbly, but it's definitely could be tighter. Okay, let's go over some overall thoughts with this. It definitely will have a following of people who really want light turning puzzle, but maybe something that is more stable, a little more blocky, and more budget friendly than the GaN 11. For people that don't mind about, having all these crazy adjustment settings, this also would be quite good. I know a lot of people who prefer the TengYun version 1 over the version 2 just because it's slightly lighter. That also includes me. I kind of like using the version 1 because of that slightly lighter feel. Now, I do feel like cubes can get too light. Sometimes using like the GaN 11, I've been using that a lot just because it just came out, and it can feel kind of papery, and I sometimes like that extra weight. But for those who want that lighter feeling, this can work extremely well. I mean, the performance is great. I really feel like it does need to be tighter, though, to have that stability. Let me do one more solve just to see what this is like, and then we're going to try out Comet. We're going to try it on this one and see how it affects it. So, this could be a good start. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot better. I like that tighter feeling. Okay, so are there any instructions on here? Yep, it says 6 drops, break in, enjoy. Okay, so Comet is the antithesis to, that's not the right word, but to what was called Controlius, but now is a different name. I can't remember exactly what the name is, but this is going to be sold in a dropper now, which I think makes a lot more sense than a syringe. A little bit stringy. Okay, so 6 drops. We'll see how this works. I'm curious to try it on a big cube too. So 1. Wow, very stringy. 2. 3. This does not act like silicone lube. 4. Let's put some on this other side here, even though it will move around. 5. And come on. 6. Oh, that was kind of on the piece. Whoops. Yeah, after this, I do want to try. I'll try it on a 4x4. Now, this might just be silicone lube. I actually don't know exactly what it is. Right now, I'm going to do a solve or two to break it in. But at the moment, it doesn't really feel any faster, but it feels kind of soft feeling. It doesn't feel any slower, which is great. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it has right now, this has a really soft feeling. Doesn't feel any slower. It actually feels a little bit more controllable. Like it's speedy and then it kind of wants to grip once it slows down. So it feels like it wants to stop when it's slower, and then once it speeds up a little bit, it pushes right through it. We're going to try in this cube. This is the YJ Mini 4x4. Yeah, that stringiness is funky. And let's break this one in. I haven't actually added any lubrication to the YJ puzzles. Maybe the 3x3. 3x3 I did, but not the 4x4, and it's performed great. So I'm going to do just a quick 4x4 solve and see if it feels any different. Okay. Honestly, I don't feel a whole lot of difference, but it does feel softer. So it's not like Maru Lube where it just suddenly has this burst of speed, but it's giving it a nice soft feeling without slowing it down. So I like it for that. So that I think would be what I would be using this for. I guess I can experiment with like completely dry puzzle and try some other things out, but that's what I would say is the best use of it, at least for my experience at this moment with these, 10 minutes. So let me put the actual puzzle that's this video is about in frame. So the DaYan GuHong version 4, it's more of it's nothing like the version 1 and 2, but it's basically a lot like the version 3, made a little bit larger and lighter. It's definitely lighter than the version 3. And because of that, I think the big thing that light cubes are great for is if you want to do long practice sessions, it's much easier to not get tired or not let your hands get tired too much while you're solving. So that's what I would say the best purpose of it. I'll put a link in the description where you can get it. Use discount code SCR to save at checkout. Hit like, subscribe for more content like this in the future. And as always, stop by SpeedCubeShop.com for more news and reviews.